Okay, welcome to Unit 1, Lesson 4. These are special factoring formulas from algebra. Like I say, everything we've done in Unit 1 and will do in Unit 1 are all results of what you did last year in Algebra 1. Okay, the first thing that we're going to look at, the special factoring formula, is for something in this form right here, which is a squared plus or minus 2ab plus b squared. Then secondly, we're going to look at the difference of two squares, which is called a squared minus b squared. Okay, let's take a look at this. Recall from Algebra 1 the shortcut for factoring something in this form right here, a squared plus or minus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, if you remember, this was a formula that they gave you, that a squared plus 2ab plus b squared will always factor into the form of a plus b in parentheses squared. Okay, if it happens to be the negative version of this, then it's going to be a squared minus 2ab plus b squared is equal to parentheses a minus b parentheses squared. Okay, those are just the general templates that you use to factor this. It will always work out that way if you can establish this is what your trinomial looks like. Okay, so the first thing they want us to do with that is this. They want us to multiply x minus 5 times x minus 5, so they wrote this as parentheses x minus 5 parentheses squared. What this means is you're going to write down x minus 5 twice, but the quick way is to do it this way where you don't have to worry about it. So a minus b in parentheses squared is equal to a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So x minus 5 in parentheses squared is equal to x squared minus 2 times x times 5 plus 5 squared. So what this ends up giving to us when we simplify it out is x squared minus 10x plus 25. Alright, let's move on to example 2. Example 2 is somewhat similar to this, only this time instead of the difference of two numbers, we have the plus and we also have some coefficients involved here, but it works the same way. Okay, so we now have the quantity 3y plus 2b, and all of that is squared. So when we do that, we go back to our template, which says that parentheses a plus b squared is equal to a squared plus 2ab plus b squared. Okay, substitute in for a and b, these two terms here, gives us 3y plus 2b in parentheses squared is equal to the quantity 3y squared plus 2 times 3y times 2b, which is going to also have 2b squared here at the end. Okay, so we simplify this out. 3y squared is 9y squared. 2 times 3y is 6y times 2 is going to give us 12yb plus 4b squared. Okay, let's look at example 3. They want us to factor this thing now. So this is a trinomial. Notice that this is half of this, so this means we can go ahead and solve this. We're using one of those templates. So what we're going to use is we're going to use the negative version, which says that a squared minus 2ab plus b squared is equal to parentheses a minus b squared. So substitute in what we have. We substitute our trinomial in, so this gives us x squared minus 2. Half of 8 is 4. And the x stays right here. So minus 2x4 plus 4 squared. Okay, that turns into x minus 4 in parentheses squared. Okay, let's look at example 4. They want us to factor m squared plus 18m plus 81. Okay, if we take 81 and take the square root of that, we know that it's 9. 9 plus 9 gives us 18. So this means that we can use one of those templates. Okay? So a squared plus 2ab plus b squared is equal to parentheses a plus b squared. Okay, so we substitute our trinomial in for this. This gives us m squared plus 2 times half of 18, which is 9, times m plus 9 squared, which is the square root of 81. Okay, so this gives us parentheses m plus 9 squared. Okay, second algebra fact that we need to recall is simply this. This is called the difference of two squares because it's simply a squared minus b squared, which means you're subtracting one square from the other. That's what the difference is talking about. So in this case we have a squared minus b squared is our template, which should give us parentheses a minus b times parentheses a plus b. So let's substitute in the things that we have in our examples. Okay, so the first example we have, they had the difference of two squares here that's going to result from multiplying these two factors together. So this is going to give me a minus b times a plus b is equal to a squared minus b squared. So we substitute this in over here for this part of our template, which is what we have. So this gives us p minus 7y times the quantity p plus 7y is equal to p squared minus 49y squared. Okay, example 6, they want us to go the other way. In this case, they want us to factor the difference of two squares. So I have 1 squared, and we know that the square root of 100 is 10. So this means that this is k squared minus 10 squared. So we can substitute it into our equation, which gives us this. So we take, that's going to give us a minus b times a plus b. Okay, so this gives us k squared in parentheses minus 10 in parentheses squared. We'll factor into k minus 10 times the quantity k plus 10. Okay, these are very useful things to know because the farther you go, even when you get to college, these are things that are going to happen very, very commonly. So you need to be prepared to handle that. These are the simple ones. On the next one, we'll talk about some a little bit more complicated ones.